When fans think of superheroes, names like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, and the Hulk probably come to mind. But how often do we think of female superheroes? Throughout comic book history, there have been plenty of powerful women who have saved the day, yet their representation in movies and TV shows has often been lacking. Today, we're diving into the history and evolution of female-led superhero media, exploring why these projects often struggle at the box office, and discussing what the future could hold for these incredible characters. The journey of female-led superhero movies began in the 1980s, with two significant releases, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, and Supergirl. Both movies debuted in 1984, and unfortunately, both failed to impress at the box office. Despite being trailblazers for female superheroes in film, they were met with poor reception and quickly forgotten. Fans can say the 80s was not the time when female-led superhero movies could have flourished. Fast forward to the 2000s, and both Marvel and DC decided to give female-led superhero movies another shot. In 2004, DC released Catwoman, starring Halle Berry, who was already well known for her role as Storm in the X-Men franchise. A year later, in 2005, 20th Century Fox released Marvel's Elektra, starring Jennifer Garner, who reprised her role from the subpar Ben Affleck-led Daredevil film. Unfortunately, both movies met the same fate as their 80s predecessors. Weak scripts, poor character development, and a lack of coherent storytelling doomed them from the start. Following these failures, both Marvel and DC shifted their focus away from female-led superhero movies. Instead, they began featuring female superheroes in supporting roles, a move that seemed to work better. Characters like Black Widow, Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, and Maria Hill in the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU) became fan favorites. Meanwhile, the X-Men franchise, already known for its strong female characters like Storm, Jean Grey, and Rogue, continued to do well at the box office. By placing these characters in supporting roles, the studios were able to introduce them to audiences without the pressure of carrying an entire film. This approach allowed them to build a fan base gradually, and in some cases even steal the show. However, it would be another decade before we saw a true breakthrough for female-led superhero films. The real game-changer came in 2017 with the release of DC's Wonder Woman. Directed by Patty Jenkins and starring Gal Gadot, the film was not just a box office success, but also a cultural phenomenon. For the first time, a female superhero movie was both critically acclaimed and financially successful. Wonder Woman proved that female-led superhero movies could be just as powerful, engaging, and profitable as their male-led counterparts. It was a beacon of hope for future projects and set the stage for more female-focused superhero films. Marvel took notice and finally released its first female-led movie within the MCU, Captain Marvel, in 2019. The film was a financial hit, earning over $1 billion worldwide, and sent a clear message: female superheroes had a rightful place on the big screen. Despite these successes, both Marvel and DC have struggled to maintain the momentum with their female-led superhero projects. Following Captain Marvel, Marvel released Black Widow, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, and The Marvels, all of which were met with mixed reviews and underwhelming box office returns. Black Widow, which was meant to serve as a final farewell to Scarlett Johansson's beloved character, was criticized for its lackluster plot. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, a Disney Plus series, received backlash for its tone and direction, while The Marvels failed to make a significant impact. DC has faced similar issues. Despite the success of Wonder Woman, its sequel, Wonder Woman 1984, didn't live up to expectations. The movie was criticized for its convoluted plot and lack of the same heart and energy that made the first film so beloved. Birds of Prey, starring Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, also struggled to find its footing. The movie had a unique style and a strong lead performance, but was criticized for weak storytelling and character development. So why have so many female-led superhero movies struggled? One major issue seems to be the storytelling. Many of these movies have suffered from weak scripts, poor character development, and a lack of cohesive narratives. Origin stories like Iron Man, Man of Steel, and Batman Begins set a high bar for superhero origin films. They delved deep into their characters' backstories, motivations, and growth, making audiences feel connected to them. In contrast, female-led superhero movies often haven't been given the same level of care. Their stories are frequently surface-level, lacking the emotional depth needed to truly resonate with audiences. Spin-offs and sequels like Birds of Prey and The Marvels have failed to further develop their characters meaningfully. Birds of Prey tried to capitalize on Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, but didn't provide enough depth or growth for her character. Similarly, The Marvels felt like a filler film rather than a necessary addition to the MCU. Despite these setbacks, there is still hope for female superheroes in film and television. Marvel and DC both have the opportunity to learn from past mistakes and create more engaging, well-rounded stories for their female characters. With the inclusion of the X-Men into the MCU, Marvel now has access to some of the most iconic female superheroes like Jean Grey, Storm, and Rogue. There's already speculation that the first MCU X-Men movie will focus on female characters, which could be a fantastic step forward for the franchise. Similarly, DC is undergoing a rebuilding phase under the leadership of James Gunn. With his unique vision, fans can expect more thoughtful, character-driven stories for female superheroes like Batwoman, Supergirl, Hawkgirl, and Black Canary. The potential for these characters is enormous, and with the right storytelling, they could redefine what it means to be a female superhero on screen. The journey of female-led superhero movies has been a rocky one, filled with highs and lows. From the early days of Sheena and Supergirl to the groundbreaking success of Wonder Woman, female superheroes have proven they have a place in the world of cinema. However, the struggles of recent projects highlight the need for better storytelling, character development, and a genuine understanding of these characters. As Marvel and DC look to the future, there is a unique opportunity to redefine female-led superhero movies. By investing more time and effort into developing compelling stories and characters, they can create a new era of superhero films that honor these powerful women. It's time to give female superheroes the attention, respect, and storytelling they deserve. What do you think about female-led superhero movies and TV shows? Let us know in the comments below.